I didn't have the flu. Don't think I had COVID, so I didn't get tested. But I had a serious head cold. My nose was running like crazy, and I had lots of coughing fits. So the problem with that is riding a motorcycle with a full face helmet. Now, I tried riding, and I've also tried looking into this to see if I could find anybody else talking about it, and I couldn't really, but getting sick on a motorcycle is terrible. So I wonder, what would I do if I was on a long trip? I was so congested. I had snot running down my nose to my upper lip and would have been into my mouth had I not stopped a bunch of times to wipe it. Now, I tried wiping my nose and blowing my nose just by opening up the face shield. And of course, this one's a pain in the ass because I got to push a button to release it. And I couldn't really reach in to the helmet properly to get the tissue and to get my nose to get a proper blow. And it just ended up being grosser than I wanted. So I wonder what would happen if I was on a long trip and I got sick. And I'm not talking about a long sick, or a sickness like a flu or something, because of course that's going to knock you out, and that's probably not safe to ride, and you'll probably be done for a few days, if not longer. Or would you? Or do you have to ride? I just don't know. I don't know what would happen in that case. I have watched some videos where people have gotten sick, and they've had to take a few days off to a week, like in their world travels. And I guess it's one thing if you're doing a world travel, but what if you're doing a trip and you only have like maybe a week and you have to get back home and you're sick and you just stop, I guess, because it's too dangerous to ride. But I know that when I was riding, I had to stop a bunch of times, pull off the helmet to blow my nose. If I was wearing my other helmet, the modular helmet, I still would have pulled over, but at least I could have just opened it up without taking it off, and I could have blown my nose that way. So I don't know what the ideal thing is. The other thing is the coughing fits that I had. So it just turned out that when I was coughing, it was just cold enough outside that I kept fogging up my face mask. So I would have to keep opening up that face mask just so I could see what it's doing, and it was terrible. Plus, having a coughing fit and riding a motorcycle is not a great feeling at all. Now, for work, I did try taking some of those, over-the-counter medications, Tylenol, cold, flu, and cough, and runny nose medications, just so I could get through the day at work. But I had concerns about using those while riding a motorcycle because, of course, they have the warning on them that you can be drowsy and don't operate machinery. And really, maybe I shouldn't have been taking those things at work either. I just don't know. But one thing I do know is riding a motorcycle is already inherently dangerous, and I don't think I want to be drowsy when I'm riding a motorcycle at all. It's not even I don't think. I don't want to be drowsy when I'm riding my motorcycle. It's no different than having alcohol, I guess. I don't drink at all when I drive, like even a car. And that's just my personal preference. I don't drink and drive. I understand people have a drink. Some people have way too many drinks. But I just don't drink and drive. So when it comes to the motorcycle, forget it. Yeah, like I'm not having any drinks. If I don't do it in my car, I'm definitely not doing it on my motorcycle, which I think is a safer thing for me. And so these decongestants, if they make me drowsy on a motorcycle, I can't do that. But is that something I should, if I'm on a trip, maybe I should suffer with? Is that something I should actually try taking just to get through the trip and just see how I feel? I don't know. But what I would like to know is there's a lot of experienced people here that comment on my channel and comment on things, and a lot of people have done a lot of long rides, and even it's you I'm looking to, but it's even anybody that's been sick that maybe has to commute by motorcycle. Like, what if motorcycling is your only way of getting to work and you're sick and you have to ride your motorcycle? What do? Do you do just what I do? Just stop and blow your nose? I'm going to assume you don't just let it run down your chin, because that's really gross and uncomfortable. Or do you take, I should probably slow down here, you should probably take decongestants. Please tell me what you think. Because I've got a lot of long trips that I would like to do, and I would like to know what happens if I get a head cold when I'm out there. Now, most of the time, I have this thing where I tell my wife, there's no point worrying till it's time to worry. Basically, maybe when I'm sick, that's the time to worry about it, but I kind of like to plan ahead. So even now, I'm not over my cold, and though I'm not stuffy, well, I shouldn't say that, I do blow my nose a little bit every now and then, but I'm not stuffy to ride right now. But I do have a bit of a cough, and I'm sparing you of my coughing. I'm not having coughing fits, but I'm sparing you the coughing. I'm going to cut it out of the video. But when I have my face shield closed, I have to open it again to stop the fog. Especially when I'm on a road like this, where it's narrow, some curbs. I need to see what I'm doing. It's not like being on the open highway. I'm not sure what's worse, the runny nose or the coughing. I'm going to say, I guess it depends what's worse at the time, but I'm almost going to say it's the runny nose is the worst. Because at least coughing, I can keep riding. Yeah, so please, feel free to leave some comments below. Tell me what you do if you've been sick, or if you had plans on just in case you got sick, or what the situation is, what I should do, even if should I worry about it, or just suffer. Thanks for watching. Take care, ride safe.